working on? Oh, a drawing. How cool. Can I see? It's not done. That's fair. I got a little project of mine that needs working on as well, actually. Mind if I sit next to you? At my station? Okay, great. You sure? Because if you want some alone time to work, I won't be offended. I get it. I totally get it. You sure? Alrighty. I brought my Bluetooth speaker with me. Can I play some music? Okay. I'm just gonna hit shuffle. Let me get my playlist. This is one of your songs, right? You want me to play it? Oh, sorry, I'll stop distracting you. As long as you're fine with whatever. Let's also put my phone in Do Not Disturb mode. I hate getting a message when I'm trying to work. It breaks my workflow. I'm gonna just wrap all this up real quick. That was a kiss for you. Alright. What am I working on? It's a little nerdy. I don't know if I'm ready to share it yet. Can I see what you're doing now? Still not ready? Okay. How's it been so far? Trying to focus, I mean. You're dealing with a bit of a block? Yeah, I get that. I don't know if this will help, but one piece of advice I heard one time. So, this isn't a proven theory, but I think it's pretty plausible. When you're in like a familiar environment, like say your room, and you try working in it, it's really hard to. You know, whenever you're like trying to study or trying to do work and you can't do it. I think it's because subconsciously your mind sees your room and it sees it as a place to unwind, as a place to relax. It's the safe space. Meanwhile, it's easier to focus at your workspace because you know subconsciously that it's the place where you work. So, it's why a lot of people tend to get like offices if they work from home. That way they have a space that they associate with work and it's easier to focus. You don't have things like your posters or your gaming consoles or your books or your toys or whatever distracting you. Because in your workspace, it's dedicated to work. But another little strategy I've tried when I try working, when I need to like write and I can't focus, is to go somewhere else. Like sometimes I'll go to a cafe or to a tree at the park or, I don't know, some isolated place. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a cliche to see writers writing at like a coffee shop, but, well, it has merit. They do it because it helps them focus. They can't do it at home. Plus all the external stimulus, the things you're taking in can help inspire you. I know it's not quite the same for certain forms of art. Like, you know, if you're a digital artist or if you're a stonemason, you can't exactly bring your work with you. Well, I mean, you could, but it would be kind of weird. But, well, the first option's not so bad. I think maybe we could try setting up an office or something. That might help. Maybe like next to a window or whatever you need to focus. Yeah, true. But I know you're working on it. Okay, fine. So you're familiar with D&D, right? Yeah, well, a little while ago, I started working with a few of my friends to, take a popular series we really like and start converting it into a tabletop format, kind of similar to D&D, but with its own spin. Well, right now I'm designing the different character archetypes. So, like, as you can see here, there's 4 different, like, types that they stem from. Like, everyone starts off as, like, a basic adventurer, but then you've got, like, how your character, what kind of, like, hero archetype they are. It begins with the weapon they use. They could be, like, single-handed with, like, you know, a weapon in one hand and empty in the other, or you could be two-handed, wielding something big in both hands, or dual wielding, where you got something in either hand, or weapon and shield. And then stemming from that, each, like, style has, like, archetypes pertaining to it. Like, the weapon and shield one, you could be, like, a guardsman, or a battlesmith, or a cavalier, or if you're dual wielding, you can be, like, a trickster, or a blade dancer, or an outlander. Yeah, so there's supposed to be, like, a lot of customization, but there's also supposed to be, like, teamwork-based abilities, so you can, like, work together on your turns to give each other, like, other turns and stuff when you're fighting monsters. But I also want to add, like, ways to make daily life really fun, like little mechanics for, like, you know, just day-to-day stuff, like skills for, like, cooking and writing and tailoring and blacksmithing and fishing, like that sort of thing. Yeah, kind of like The Sims, for example. Well, I don't know, yeah, maybe we can, like, post it when it's done under, like, fair use or something, and maybe make a little bit off of it. I mean, I want to find the good blend between, like, yeah, like, money's important, of course. We gotta pay our rent, we gotta eat, definitely, and we can't do that off of goodwill, but at the same time, I'd rather make just enough money doing what I love, rather than make, like, a fortune doing something that just depresses me, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to work if I don't enjoy it. I want to find something I vibe with. I never want to be the kind of person who's, like, you know, slogging through something I hate just to make ends meet. Like, God forbid, right? Yeah. Well, a lot of the others aren't really working as hard as I am. That's not even me really being rude. It's, like, legitimately... Look at the editing history. Let me show you. Last time they worked on this, anyone besides me worked on this, was a week ago. That's mildly frustrating, but honestly, I know they probably have better things to do. Still a little sad, though. Hey, what's a synonym for bard? Like, I want to make a bard archetype, but I don't want to just call it bard. Oh yeah, good point, I could look it up. Synonym for bard. A poet, traditionally one reciting epics associated with particular oral tradition. Poet, versifier, rhymester, rhymer, sonnet, lyricist, lyrist, elegist, swan, balladeer, that sounds pretty cool. Troubadour, isn't that a Fire Emblem class? A French medieval lyric poet composing and singing. Okay. Well, to be honest, I kind of liked the sound of balladeer. That sounds really cool. Balladeer. Inspire your allies with graceful performances. Inspire others with stories of your victories. Oop, I used inspire twice. regale others with stories of your victories. Boom. You're so smart. Mwah. Love you. Your art style is wonderful, by the way. And I'm not just saying that as your boyfriend. Hey, it's one of the first things I fell in love with. Because I found your art page. Okay, I'll stop. I hate the error messages. The error messages sounding on the boom. It's just really annoying. Sometimes it just happens when you're like just trying to click something and all it does is just keep telling you no, but it doesn't tell you why. It's really annoying. Like, why can't I do this? 'Cause. But why? 'Cause. I gotta clear my throat. No, I'm not getting sick. It just happens sometimes. Can I see now? Because I like your art. I want to see it. Oh, wow. You are so talented. I always love seeing what you're cooking up next. You're not done yet? I want to see it when it's done. Because I like your art, and I love you, and I want to support everything you do. Hey, you want to hear something one of my professors told me in college? So, anyone can tell you that art as a medium and artists are a little underappreciated. Like, every job has its merit, of course. I'm not going to pretend that artists are the only one. I mean, hey, look at farmers. But one thing that's interesting about artists is they don't seem to get, a whole ton of recognition. Or recognition's the wrong word. Appreciation, I think. But what's interesting, art as a medium or art as a concept is about giving hope to people, and it's about inspiring people, and it's about making life worth living. That's not hyperbole. Think about it. If you ask anybody what they're into, what will they tell you? They might mention a show they really like, or a book they enjoy, or like perhaps a sport they enjoy watching, or like, a movie or music that they enjoy listening to. And here's the thing, artists have a play in that. I mean, just look at our basic keyboards or our equipment. Someone had to design those up. That's art. But also creating, like, entertainment as a whole, be that drawings, animations, games. Imagine a world without any of that, just for a second. Like, there's no music, there's no movies, there's no paintings, there's no drawings, there's no games, and anything that has ever been designed just doesn't exist. Well, the world's pretty boring. You could still live in it, but it would be so dreadfully boring. And not only that, what would really be the point? No one would be able to enjoy their life. So yeah, people come home from their long day at work, and they kick up and have their Netflix and chill. Well, an artist had a hand in that. Back when I used to write ASMR, for instance, one of the things that often kept me going was the knowledge that everything that I'm making is helping other people get through their day. And think of your artwork. I can only speak for myself, but I've had moments where I see other people's work and I think, wow, I want to do something like that. But if nothing else, it inspires me, and it gives me that sense of joy, or whatever other kind of emotion you're trying to channel. Are you a horror artist? You scare people with it? You did your job. You invoked that emotion. You want to write tragedy? You make them cry? You did your job. You delivered your own voice, your own art, your own medium to the world. And there's no other medium like yours. Everyone has their own medium. No one can replicate what you do completely. You bring something unique and interesting to the table, to the world as a whole. And I think that's really something commendable. So long story short, we make the sacrifice of making life worth living so everyone else can enjoy it. I know it's not always easy. I know. I don't know if anyone's actually going to play this game that I'm making. And even if they do, if they're actually going to enjoy it. But hey, if one group of friends gets together, reads the rules, has a good laugh, and makes memories playing it, I did my job. Me sitting down here, typing for hours on end, managed to make some people have fun. It's the same with your artwork. Even if we had never met, I would have had your drawings as my lock screen. And, well, now you're my lock screen. I have a different piece of art on my lock screen. But you would have inspired me every time I open my phone. You can make an impact. I'm sorry it's not always acknowledged or appreciated. But I really appreciate you doing what you do in the first place. Thank you. Of course. I love you too. Oh, I forgot to close my synonyms for Bard page. Hey, I got another one. What's a synonym for cavalier? Like someone who wields a spear. What the heck? I searched up cavalier synonym and it's showing me pictures of dogs. Cavalryman, trooper, equestrian, lancer, dragoon. Ooh. Horse soldier. Well, that's pretty that's pretty straightforward. Lancer, I like that. Okay. I think that's all the work I'm gonna do for today. Nah, I'm just gonna grab a snack and then probably get back to it. But you look like you could use some alone time. Well, just for a little bit. Do you want something from the kitchen? Sure. Okay. Mwah. Thank you for doing what you do. And thank you for letting me spend some time with you. I like working beside you, even if we don't exchange a single word. Good luck on the rest of your project. Thank you. Alright. Love you.